Alright, this is finishing up this review. We got through most of it except for we're starting at 21. 21 through 25. Okay, I rushed through these, but look back, make sure you know. Guys, it's okay if side links are decimals. There's nothing wrong with side links being decimals. This one was a decimal, these can be too, because scale factor can also be a decimal. It can be a fraction, but it can also be a decimal. So we like it better in fraction, but it can be decimal. Alright, so let's look at we're talking about a dilation. Alright, and the diameter is 12 inches, and the new one's 10 inches. So again, it's original and new, but wait, is it? It says angle J is dilated from angle J prime. So this is actually the new one, and this is the original one. Okay, so what relationship between J and J prime? So the new one, it is still, scale factor is still new image or new thing over original, but you had to pay attention to the wording, and so it's going to be 12 over 10. Well, when you put that in your calculator and it reduces it for you, you get, oops, okay, now the stamp font, 12 over 10, and you get 6/5. That is your answer. That is the relationship. Circle J is 6/5 as large as circle J prime. So there was actually an enlargement instead of getting smaller like it kind of looks like. So pay real close attention to that. Alright, 22. When a figure is dilated, the scale factor will make, when a scale factor is dilated, what scale factor makes the congruent image? So what times a number can you get the same number? Well, the answer is a scale factor of 1. If I time any number times 1, it's going to stay that number. 12 times 1 is 12. 10 times 1 is 10. Any number times 1 will equal that same number. So the scale factor of 1 will keep a congruent image. Keep that in mind. There is a direct question on that. Okay. Now, then we have 23, and it says list all the vertices, ordered pairs for triangle ABC and ABC prime if it's dilated by a scale factor of 1/2. So you have to actually find all the points. So A, B, C, locate. A is at 8, 0. B is at 4, 4. C is at, kind of hard to see. Here, not my best copy. C is kind of hard to see. But yeah, I think 6, it is at 6, 8. Okay, so those are your points. Now, excuse me, those were just A's. A prime, B prime, C prime. Alright, you have a scale factor of 1/2. So you have to multiply each number. 8 times 1/2. 8 times 1/2, and you get 4. And then 0, and then 2 and 2, and I'm just gonna, because I can half a number on without a calculator. So there are my new coordinates. So those are listing all the vertices if I use a scale factor of 1/2. Essentially my number's half. The shape is going to be smaller. Alright, write the algebraic representation that represents the dilation of this one. Okay, so what did I do? I took each coordinate, x, y, and I multiplied it by 1/2. So that's what my rule would look like. Okay, 25. When a triangle is rotated about the origin, what can you say about its congruency, orientation, and position? Okay, so once a figure is rotated, we already talked about it keeps it the same congruency. It stays the same shape. It is going, but this, because it's interesting and you're rotating it, it's going to change orientation, which just means how it's sitting, which we know from, let me grab out my journal, we know from our let me see, let me get this out. I know from, if I were to draw a shape right here on my rotation, once I rotate it 90 degrees, it's still the same triangle. It hasn't gotten bigger, it hasn't gotten smaller, but it's not sitting the same way. Like it's kind of like pointing up. Well, now it's pointing to the side. Okay? But it's the same triangle. Same thing goes here. It's the same triangle, same size, but the rotation, the orientation of it or position is different. So it does not keep the same orientation. It changes the orientation. Okay. As requested. On Ariel, I want you and all of you to hear this. On question 5 of your test, which you know is my favorite number. So question 5, I want you to write my son's name, which is Connor, C-O-N-N-O-R, on number 5, and I will give you a treat. If you write on number 5, when you finish your test, my son's name of Connor. Okay, so now, I told you, if you would actually watch this video, it will be very beneficial to you. These are actual test questions, okay? And I'm going to work them so you don't get thrown off by them. To me, they are the tricky questions. So, alright. Quadrilateral is dilated about the origin to create ABC. That one's easy. What is the rule that would represent this dilation? Well, I mean, I could count this, then count this, and do my new over old, or I could look at my answer choices. I know dilations have to be multiplied, so it has to multiply. Alright, so I look at my answer choices. Well, this has adding and adding, so this can't be it just because it doesn't have multiplication. This one has multiplication and this one does. Now I look at it. This was my original, this was my new. It's gotten larger. So I know the scale factor has to be larger, or excuse me, the scale factor has to be larger or bigger than 1. This has to be bigger than 1. This is less than 1, so this can't be the answer. And funny enough, I have my answer. I didn't have to do anything but use what I already know to figure out this answer. Okay? And then, just like I said, if you write Connor right here, you got some points. Just saying. Connor. Alright. Then let's do number 4. Number 4 says a rectangle ABC is dilated to form ABC prime. So this is the new one, this is the original one. What is the relationship between the area of ABC prime and ABC? So again, this is the new one, this is the original. And remember, scale factor is new over original. So I would do 1.4, and I'm just going to pick this side because, well, it's going to be the same, and they're smaller numbers. 1.5 over 0.7. Well, I'm going to put that in my calculator. Alpha, dot plot, 1.4 times 0.7, and voila, I get an answer of 2. So my scale factor is 2. Now, the area, it is 2 squared. So for the area square factor is going to be 2 squared, which is 4. So which one talks about 4? Well, this one talks about 2, so that's out. This one is talking about 1/4 and not what I want. So F is my answer. Okay? But this one was tricky because we usually say prime is the new one, but it's not. They purposely switched it on you. Okay. Then I'm going back to the slope part. And I want to show you a trick your calculators can do. Guys, you could solve this. You could figure out the table that matched this equation. We've been practicing it. But I want you to show you something your calculator can do with this problem. Okay? So pay attention. It's kind of hard to see the calculator, I know. But what I want you to do is, do you see where it says y equals? We've always done alpha y equals. But look, this says y equals. Well, if you put y equals in here, and you clear out all the rest of this junk, okay, if you go up to y equals, and you type in exactly what it says, using the x, see the x right here, using 2x plus 1, alright, so there's my equation right there. And it's in a table form, is it not? So look at the thing. It says window, zoom, trace, graph, and right above graph is table. So go second, table, and look, it brings up a table. Well, now you just have to compare those numbers. So 0 should be 1. 0 should be 1. Ooh, that's nice. 1 should have a 3 next to it. Oh, 1 doesn't have a 3 next to it, so this isn't the answer. Alright? 1 should have a 3. 2 should have a 5. Yep. 3 should have a 7. 4 should have a 9. This one's looking really good. It matches my table perfectly. Now let's go down here. 0. Oh, that's not a 3, so that can't be the answer. So my answer is B. There is another one on your test that you can use this same thing on. Same thing goes with this one. It takes a little bit more effort, but you can do it with this one. It's kind of the guess and check method. You can go y equals, clear what's there, and type it in. Okay, type this in. And then go to second and table, and then look where it says 4, your answer should be 13. This says 33, so that can't be the one that fits that situation. So then I would go back, type in my next one. So 2.5 plus 3. And then I go again, second, table. 4 says it's 13. Ooh, this one's looking like it could be a possible answer. Awesome. Okay? Then I would check the last one just to make sure. Minus 28.5. And then I would do second graph. 4 is a negative 18.5. Nope. So that can't be the answer, so G is your answer. Alright, I have done 4 questions on this test. The test is kind of tough. Now, watch this video and you'll have free answers and you'll get 100 on your review because your review will be finished. If you don't finish your review, then you'll get a 70. Alright, remember, your secret word, Ariel, and anyone can, if you write on number 5 of your test, my son's name, Connor, you will get a treat when you finish your test. Alright, bye.